The business news on Sunrise. Coming up this morning, investors flood Treasury bill auction with over 10 billion cedis as the government rejects costly bids to manage debt. Also in this bulletin, Ghana Revenue Authority hints of possible tax relief for businesses impacted by the recent floods to aid post-disaster recovery efforts.
To assure them that whichever reliefs that are available from the tax point of view, we'll work with them to ensure that they recover to the extent that is possible.
Plus, National Insurance Commission boss promises rapid compensation for flood victims and urges a stronger focus on loss prevention.
They should be assured that we are here to make sure that everybody who has suffered from the flood and has insurance, we will compensate, and the compensation will come quick and fast enough so that they can recover their lives and move on.
My name is Christabel. Success Trevor will bring you details of our headlines and other stories shortly. Don't go away. Investor appetite for Ghana government short-term securities surged past expectations on July 10, 2026, forcing the Treasury to selectively reject expensive bids to keep its borrowing costs in check. For tender 2015, government set out to raise 5.669 billion cedis, but saw an oversubscription of more than 10 billion cedis.
Investors responded aggressively, submitting total bids of 10.034 billion cedis against government's target of 5.669 billion cedis, seeking a balance between meeting its near-term financing needs and avoiding high-interest expenses. Government ultimately accepted 7.383 billion cedis, rejecting roughly 26.4% of the total offers. Subscription rate was 177%. Oversubscription rate was 77%, while acceptance rate stood at 73.58%. The benchmark 91-day and 182-day bills recorded nominal 1 basis point drops in yield compared to the previous week, indicating strong liquidity and heavy bidding in the shorter dated brackets. Conversely, the 364-day bill rose to 12.99% as investors demanded higher compensation for locking up capital over a longer horizon amid ongoing macroeconomic considerations. The 91-day bill drew total bids of 2.981 billion cedis from investors. Out of this demand, government opted to accept 1.796 billion cedis, sealing the short-term borrowing at a yield of 5.86%. The 182-day bill saw the lowest relative volume, but still recorded solid interest, pulling in offers totaling 1.398 billion cedis. From this pool, the states took 1.057 billion cedis at an interest rate of 7.78%. The 364-day bill was the star attraction of the auction, commanding a massive 5.654 billion cedis in investor bids. The Treasury ultimately accepted 4.529 billion cedis of those long-term offers, with a final yield landing at 12.99%.
Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, Anthony Kwesi Sapong, has assured businesses affected by the recent floods that the authority will explore and implement all necessary measures to alleviate the financial adversity they face. Speaking to 3 Business, Sapong emphasized the GRA's commitment to supporting the business community through this challenging time. While the specific nature of the relief measures was not explicitly detailed, the Commissioner General's comments suggest a proactive approach to provide tax relief and other forms of assistance to facilitate the economic recovery of businesses across the country.
The recent flood disaster that we had in Accra and most of our coastal areas. So GRA, first of all, we want to commensurate with our brothers and sisters who suffered some losses during the flood and want to assure them that we are with them in our prayers, and also for our businesses to assure them that whichever reliefs that are available from the tax point of view, we'll work with them to ensure that they recover to the extent that is possible. But it is said that cleanliness is next to holiness, which means that in living our daily lives, we must ensure that we take responsibility for cleaning our environment. We must make it a regular habit, a responsibility that we must ensure that everywhere we are, not wait for the call of government, but take the responsibility to keep our environment clean.
You heard the voice of Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Kwesi Sapong. Commissioner of Insurance, Dr. Abiba Zakaria, has assured flood victims that the National Insurance Commission, NIC, is taking immediate steps to fast-track their compensation. Speaking to 3 Business, Dr. Zakaria announced that special desks are being set up to directly receive and quickly process claims from insured individuals. The Commissioner of Insurance outlined a dual-focus approach by the National Insurance Commission to protect Ghanaians against the devastating impacts of flash floods.
For those who are insured, we are setting up special desks so that they can come to us and we can respond quickly to them. They should be assured that we are here to make sure that everybody who has suffered from the flood and has insurance, we will compensate, and the compensation will come quick and fast enough so that they can recover their lives and move on. For those who do not have insurance, our plea is that people should remember that insurance is not those who have a choice or those who can afford. Insurance is a prevention and a protection when you suffer from the ineventuality, things you didn't know about and you didn't prepare about. It is something we all need.
That was Commissioner of Insurance, Dr. Abiba Zakaria. We'll now take a look at how the cedi is faring against major trading currencies and how some of key commodities are also faring on the global market.
On the interbank foreign exchange markets, the dollar is selling at 11 cedis 48 pence worth. It gained 2 pence worth. The British pound is selling at 15 cedis 41 pence worth. It gained 3 pence worth. The euro is selling at 13 cedis 13 pence worth. It also gained 3 pence worth. However, be guided that these figures could be higher at a Forex Bureau name. On the global commodities market, Brent crude is trading at $76 per barrel. Gold is trading at $4,119.93 per ounce, down by $3.71. Cocoa is trading at $6,065 per ton, down by $390.
And that was an update from the Forex and Commodities market, ending the business news on 3FM 92.7. For more business stories, don't forget to check out our website, 3news.com. The rest of the Sunrise team are on standby. Don't go away.